Hey everybody, welcome back. On behalf of WTSO, we are going to break down all the different individual bottles that you can find in the Premium Wine Club bottle shop, and we're going to taste them and talk about them one at a time. So without further ado, let's get started. This particular wine is from a set that we visited last year. This is all about Left Bank Bordeaux. And Left Bank Bordeaux is wildly popular and famous for good reason because there's some pretty amazing wines. All right, I'm really tempting fate here, by the way. I got white sneakers on. This is from the last video we shot. This is a Left Bank wine, and it comes from a sub-region, Grave, and then Grave is subdivided into Pessac-Leognan. This is very common in France. The wine regions are nested, so you'll find regions within regions within regions, and the quality usually goes up as you get smaller and smaller.
So the smaller they narrow it down, generally the higher the quality?
Typically, yes.
It makes it that much more boutique-y sort of?
Yes, yeah, and usually has to adhere to much more stringent production rules. And the name of the winery is Chateau, Larrivet, Haut-Brion. And from what I understand, at one point in time, it just used to be called Chateau Rivet, which means river. So it's situated close to the river. And in French, Brion is a term that they use to describe the gravelly soil in this region. And Haut is like haute couture, so it means elevated in quality. So this is the same thing. This is highly elevated quality stones. And the last thing we need to know before we taste it is that wines from the Left Bank of Bordeaux are made with predominantly Cabernet Sauvignon. And that's what this wine here is. This is predominantly Cabernet Sauvignon with some Merlot and then a touch of Cabernet Franc in it. Oh, and it's a 2018 too, so 6 years on this one. It's getting right into the sweet spot for drinking. Wow, and it's super leathery. You got that.
That's what I got too.
Yeah, when you were tasting it. Yeah, this is what Bordeaux does. This is what Cabernet Sauvignon does as it gets older. You get a lot of that leather and tobacco in there. It almost smells like, you know when you're like walking down the street and you can smell like somebody somewhere is smoking a cigar or like a pipe?
So will that leathery taste and aroma, that'll increase?
That'll become more pronounced as it gets old. Yeah, I mean, I've had old Bordeaux before, like 30 or 40-year-old Bordeaux, and it smells like a leather armchair. I don't know if you get this or not, but next time you pick yours up and you smell it, okay, there's almost like a touch of like eucalyptus or like mint on the nose. It's still super tannic. That's the Cabernet Sauvignon in there. Tannins are one of the things you need to age a wine. Acidity is another, and I'm getting a lot of that here too. So this would probably be one of those wines you could store in your cellar for a decade or more.
Right. So I would also confirm that that mint. I don't know how else to explain it.
It's got a bit of a medicinal quality to it, though. It's on its way to maturity at this point, so there's some fruit in there. There's a little bit of like cassis or like black currant in there.
And we'll start to lose some of that fruitiness as it ages.
Yes, yeah. Typically when a wine ages, the fruitiness goes away and you get more of those tertiary, really interesting kind of flavors. Sometimes people say tar, wet earth, forest floor is another one that I hear often. So I guess we need to talk about some food pairings now.
Seems like that would be the next step.
Yeah, wine like this. I mean, this is a classic. Cabernet Sauvignon goes with so many different things, but grilled meats, that's the classic pairing. Filet mignon would be perfect with this. Then we can go to game meats, something with a little more funk on them. We got some deer.
Yeah, there's plenty running around.
Yeah, we got some deer running around in the background here, and like a venison chili would probably be amazing. Duck comes to mind. It's a classic pairing as well too. I talk about cassoulet a lot. Cassoulet is really, really popular in the southern part of France.
So you know where my brain went, and this is not food. So
yeah, you had a great idea.
I'm getting like cigar lounge from this.
Cigars. Yeah, this one, you don't even have to eat food with this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that would be perfect. This is like a cigar wine.
Yeah, that leathery, like sitting on a big leathery couch, smoking a cigar and having
a little crackling fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it, brother. I want to go do there right now.
I'm gonna order myself a smoking jacket. I'll get you one too.
So that is a beautiful, classic Left Bank Bordeaux wine, and that's available for sale at the bottle shop on WTSO.com. And you can buy these bottles individually, pick and choose as you want, mix and match, and you can even sign up to do a tasting with me if you want to. With me. I will gladly drink another bottle of this. For those of you who are into wine ratings, this is like 4 or 5 90+ point ratings, so I think that speaks to the quality of the wine, and it's a great bottle for under $50, which is what you would expect to pay for a Bordeaux of this age and prestige. Thanks so much for hanging out and drinking with us today, and stay tuned because there's more of these on the way. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and you'll get notifications whenever we do a new one. Cheers.